Hello, my name is ILIJA DIMESKI, and I'm the recipient of the Bell Youth Hero Award. Well, one of the things that I did to aid crime prevention in my community was to join Safe City Mississauga, a crime prevention organization. And the way I saw Safe City Mississauga was helping crime prevention through two main categories: crime prevention through environmental design, CPTED, and crime prevention through social development. So as a Safe City ambassador, I would go out in the community, various community events, and raise awareness about these two major initiatives. So with CPTED, the main principles that I saw were, changing the environment so that the streets were open, having the lighting, open space so that you would have normal or natural surveillance. And so Safe City's Neighborhood Watch program was a key initiative in helping CPTED. The other initiative was crime prevention through social development, and here we see the main focus being on the root causes of crime. So things like poverty, lack of education. And so Safe City Mississauga's Aspire program, where you tutor kids and help them gain the education that's needed, is a way of crime prevention through social development. And focusing on crime prevention through social development, I was really intrigued by that initiative. So I started volunteering with Habitat for Humanity, which through that opportunity, I was able to build houses for individuals who are low income, and again, addressing the underlying cause of crime being poverty. So I was trying to address that. Other ways I tried to help out was through a women's shelter, Arma House. So I would, as my role as a board director, I would go out in community events and raise awareness about an important issue, violence against women, and try and educate the public about, the statistics of violence against women and the underlying causes. The main perpetrator, studies show, are men. So again, trying to educate the community about an important issue and hoping to in the end, hopefully to deter individuals from committing violence against women. I was actually majoring in criminology at York, and what I realized is that knowing about these issues, it's not enough. You have to do more. Knowledge is just half the battle. You have to implement what you know into practice. You have to be willing to do the solutions that you argue. So when I finished my first year, and I wrote this major research paper on youth offenders, and at the end I just realized that, okay, so what am I going to do with this knowledge? It's great that I know about it, but what kind of impact can I make? So I started volunteering for various charity organizations. I started out with Victim Services of Peel, helping victims of violence. Then I started with Safe City Mississauga, crime prevention organization, and then the Arma House, the women's shelter. So throughout my undergrad experience, I tried to implement what I learned in the classroom, put it into practice. So that's what I would always try and encourage people to try and implement what you know, because knowing is not, for me at least, it wasn't fulfilling. I had to do something about that as well. Another way to encourage others to get more involved is to tell them that, well, one of the barriers youth face in employment is lack of experience. So volunteering was really a great opportunity to try and get that experience, whether it be communications or problem-solving skills or teamwork, leadership, time management. All these skills I was able to gain through my initiatives in the community, through various charity organizations. So I think that really speaks volumes to youth. So when you tell them, you can gain so much more by doing on-the-ground practical work.
Hi, my name is MOBY BURHARI. I'm the property manager at Erin Court Co-op Housing, and we're the recipient of a Bell Hero Award for the organization. Erin Court is a co-op housing, which is a social housing. We do want to have our community, our kids, our families living there safe. We would try and see if we can teach them as to how to recognize crime and recognize the reasons why the crimes happen. We do try to make everybody aware of what the crime could be. A crime could be from drugs, break-in entries, and that sort of thing. It's a motivation in a sense where you do want to provide a good lifestyle, a comfortable place to live, and those things are very, very important for us and for the board. So overall, the community volunteers. A lot of them have volunteers participating in. We have a breakfast club that we do 3 times a week, and 2 times we do a grab and bag lunch that the kids can take it to school. We also do many other things such as Aspire program, and you'd be surprised how amazing it looks and how seriously it's taken by families, by mothers and fathers, and the kids. They're very serious about it. And then we also have a Boys and Girls Club that we do all through summer, and we are really proud of that, to have them there. As teens grow in the community, they've also contributed. Many of them have, and they've grown up and they've moved on to schools and colleges and universities. We are also tied in with the co-op housing of Peel. Every year they give a diversity scholarship to one student from a co-op, and a scholarship is worth $4,000 per year. So if a student is going to a university for 4 years, they're getting a good $16,000 from the co-op. Emily Yogi, she won from Erin Court, that she received a scholarship. She goes to University of Toronto. You just have to make sure that you keep assisting the boys growing up, or the girls. They need some kind of role model there, and I think that's where Aspire program, for example, that plays a big role in raising these kids. It's cost-free, and it's in the building, so it's safe and it's secure, and it's easy for them to come and attend these courses. It seems that we need to be more stronger and stronger every year. The results are so astoundingly good that you can't give it up.
Hi, I'm Heather Cannon, and I'm the recipient of the Bell Hero Award for an individual. So I've been a police officer for 22 years, and when I had moved into our youth education bureau and I was teaching kids, a spot opened up in crime prevention, and I would be dealing with high school students and adults, and I just saw it as a natural progression to kind of engage with an older crowd and kind of to further my skills with a really great team. So when I came into crime prevention, I was working with officers and dealing with our cyber academy. So it's a free public education session where the public can come and learn about different topics that deal with the internet and how to stay safer and different strategies. So I facilitated that with my team for quite a number of years, and so rewarding because you're giving the public something that they can take away and share with their family members and their friends, and so really enjoyed that. And as far as crime prevention, we had Tom McKay used to work in our office. The succession plan was I was going to come in and he would mentor me, and I've really taken a huge interest in our CEPTED unit, and I've been able to run training sessions for officers. And not only that, it was working with our neighborhood watch here in Mississauga with going out and actually getting community members to offer up their residences to come and help train officers. So that was a great partnership. And just working with high school students, going in and teaching them different safety topics, just to give them strategies for our youth to be able to be a lot safer and pass that along to their friends. I would get community members to think about getting involved with crime prevention measures, I would say starting in their own community. So engage with the community and see, kind of like talk to people. And I think that that's so important, is get to know your neighbors, so important. So when you talk to your neighbors, you kind of, once you start getting that relationship between your neighbors, you figure out what's going on in your neighborhood. What could you be doing better? What could you be doing better together? And working with your community partners like Safe City Mississauga, Neighborhood Watch, and learning about how to better or keep your neighborhood safe, removing graffiti, having barbecues, and really kind of activating your community. And I think once you know who your community members are, that's where you can build your strategies in your neighborhood to make a stronger, safer community. I think one of the biggest things about crime prevention is knowledge and education, and knowledge is power.